the thing that separates Hammy is when that moment comes in the game, a Corey Kluber big strikeout or a game-winning homer, or a Michael Brantley RBI. He rises to the occasion, and you know, it's interesting because those moments in time will bring a smile to people's faces who are watching and listening to the game, but it's Hammy's call that gives you the real goosebumps.
Cabrera 1 for 4, a 2-run single. The pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit to left. Lofton around third. He's going to score the game winner. McLemore's throw the slide. Not in time. The Indians with one of the most stunning comebacks in team history. The Indians dead and buried. Down 12 in the 7th. Have completed the miracle.
He's one of those few iconic voices. He's one of those guys that you cannot help but think Indians baseball when you hear him talk. I don't care whether you're overhearing a conversation on a plane, you know, at a table at a restaurant, or whether you're driving in the car and you hear his, you know, famous home run calls. He's really come to be synonymous with Cleveland Indians baseball, and he is the guy that brings to life, you know, those games to so many people who can't get here, and really enhances the game for so many others that are here and do get a chance to get here.
When you look at Hammy from a professional standpoint, you can check off all the boxes. You know, is he prepared? Check. Is he poised? Check. Is he professional? Check. Is he a performer, which is what a broadcaster has to have innately? Double check.
When you think of Tom Hamilton, you think of the walk-off calls and how exciting that is. When the Indians win in a walk-off fashion and he's on the call, it's great.
Down the set by Reed. The 1-1 pitch. A swing and a drive to deep right. Away back. Gone. Jason Giambi has done it for the second time off the White Sox. A walk-off game winner.
Jason Giambi's home run, that's where Hammy, we were all excited about the moment, but Hammy's voice and call, how poised he was to do it at that time and perform it perfectly is what gave us the goosebumps.
On the way home that night, on the post-game show on our flagship station, they just kept playing it. And every time you felt, I mean, I was there, I saw it, but every time you felt like you hadn't seen it, and it was just as good.
I'm a big believer that you can't, you know, be many different things to many different people. You're the same leader as you are, you know, husband, the same, you know, professional as you are, father and brother and son and friend and all those things. And Tom, you know, is that guy.
I think anybody in our business who works in sports, who works in, especially in baseball where we play every day, it takes a little bit of time to realize I can leave and go do what I'm supposed to do, and that's be there to support my children in what endeavor it is, whether it's a play, a baseball game, or whatever, that it's okay to do that.
During the season, it's every day, very few off days, and it can be an extreme challenge to keep things rolling with your family and be there, especially if you have kids. And during my time in the booth with Tom, his kids have been at key times in their lives. You've had his older kids making their way through high school and making college decisions, and now they're making decisions post-college on what they're doing with their lives, and he's there all the time.
Cool thing about you know, his family, all of his children are active, they're involved, and as a parent, there's nothing that you can be more proud of is to be sitting watching, and Hammy being the way he is, especially with his boys being athletes, always on the edge of his seat.
It's easy sometimes to get caught up in the day-to-day of baseball and just get so locked in on the team you're covering, the team you're playing that night. I think anyone who has kids in that middle school through post-college time frame, there's things going on. And so obviously you're there for that, but he also finds the time to just check in and see how they're doing. And those kids know that even though he may be in Anaheim, California on a Tuesday night, they can talk to their dad.
3-2 the count, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Swung on line drive. Base hit right center. It's a game winner. Travis Hafner rips one up the alley in right center. The Indians go to New York, up 2-0, and a mob scene at first base.
Baseball is that game that is every single day, and there's a consistency to the professionalism, the energy, and the enthusiasm that he brings to every single broadcast. This is a guy that loves baseball. You can tell that by listening to him. It's a guy that loves and bleeds Indians, and you can tell that by listening to the broadcast. Yet it's someone who posts every single day with the same attitude, the same energy, and the same respect for the fans and for the game.
I don't know if he realizes, truly, he himself realizes the impact that he does have on all of us and on our entire community of people who love Indians baseball. That when you're raking the leaves, cleaning the garage, you're just out shooting hoops, you're watching your kids' soccer or little league game and the radio transistors there with you, or you have it on your phone now, and all of a sudden something big happens and Hammy's voice rises to the occasion. All the parents and others who are listening, they fall right in.
There's different types of announcers, and whether it's baseball, I think baseball most notably, but whether it's baseball, football, or basketball or hockey, you have your national announcers who cover games and have to be somewhat impartial. And then there's your local announcers those are the people, especially in baseball, that are welcomed into your homes or your car or wherever you may be now on a nightly basis for half the year. I think the best way to put it is, if you're a listener, wherever you may be, and you're a Tribe fan, you know that Tom has your back.